Let me tell you about relaxed fucking.
It's tricky. Have you ever tried to play pool with a rope instead of a cue?
Every time.
How long gone are those ROMs, by the way?
Hmm?
From the Master System and all that.
I mean, I assume
When
you
did?
could download them all tomorrow if you wanted to.
I guess.
Yeah. Some of them are a bit tricky to find though, like that Sonic learning game prototype.
Hmm.
That was a silly fucking game. Holy shit. When I got to the end of that first bit, I'm like, yeah, now it's time to ride, and it just goes, nope, time to loop into a higher difficulty, you piece of shit. Okay.
Because I wouldn't mind doing some of the work to bring some videos of those games back online.
Well,
With
clearly
me.
the solution here is that I just start the library run over,
Yep.
only that
Yeah.
I do the videos in a more proper way with less juvenile commentary.
With cooler people.
Don't stamp Lumberjack Bonanza and Southern Javelin were fucking MVPs.
Hmm.
And we can also split the work, so it's less.
And of course, you'll have to
playing everything and getting
you'll have
really
to
frustrated and tired.
re-upload, make a new video of your most popular video, which was mining and tunneling simulator, I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
Still better than Woodcutting Simulator.
Germans
Which had
just
a
couldn't
large
get enough.
portion of yours, like, mad that you weren't taking it seriously enough.
There it is.
Yeah, and that was also where that glorious man who said it's not supposed to be fun, it is a simulator came from. Together also with some of his other German friends that insisted that a game does not need to be functional, it's fine if it's broken.
I don't know why I did that, but I did that.
Yeah, it's because he had a Northwind.
Oh.
They are automatic doubles in 3-man. Which is why 3-man tends to result in
this is
ludicrous amounts of points.
For people who know how to play ludicrous amounts of points.
No, it's just ludicrous points in general, because with the distribution of 3 players instead of 4, the odds of you drawing your tile is that much higher. It also lets people chase after completely different hands and get away with it.
Are we still streaming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be live.
Were we reminiscing about your channel while we were streaming?
For a bit, yeah.
All right.
And yes, Elkery, if you're still listening, I was about to say, it is way past the point of no return. Literally all material on my YouTube channel has been permanently destroyed.
Yeah.
There is nothing left. 5 years gone.
Enjoy that.
Punk.
See what Banks sent me.
Hello,
Oh, it's my turn.
we have realized that you are a human being. Please give us money.
Yeah. They gave me a new debit card.
Oh, there you go.
I can tell you what the Department of Health and Human Services sent me.
A huge barrel of horse piss.
No, it's my medical card.
I was close.
So I can get free money from the government.
Oh,
I wasn't
damn.
even close to it expiring. Why would they send me a new one?
This is a fake one.
Possibly.
When you put it in the ATM actually starts blaring and goes, "This guy is an asshole."
He doesn't have any money. Ha!
ATMs
Feed me a
just
cat.
start reading aloud how much money you have in your account every time you access it.
Yeah.
The gentleman at the ATM currently has 29.46 on his account.
Recent deposits, none.
He just breaks down crying.
Feed me a cat.
Okay.
Stray
You don't-
old cat.
Remember that from...
Stray cat.
Yeah.
No.
American Psycho, yeah.
I will now admit something horrific, and that is
You've never seen American Psycho?
I have never seen American Psycho. I never got
That's
around to
okay.
it.
I won't judge you. I recommend it though.
Yeah, I'm aware that it is a good film and that I really should get the fuck around to it. It's just that it just never happened. I mean, I even enjoy Christian Bale as a actor.
I enjoy him only as a professional curler, so I don't really get much luck in that department. If he became a professional
that's not what I
curler,
meant to do.
I'd have a ball, but he's not.
Fuck, whatever.
Well, my hand is basically set here. I'm just hoping for the best. We're rapidly running out of tiles.
We're rapidly running for the 500-meter dash.
500 meters, that makes no sense. Wow, I was the
500
only one
meters isn't that long.
No, but I mean that's not a competitive distance. It's
Well, it
400.
should be.
It's 400.
They should bump it up to 500 and make things.
Just make
Mix
it
things up a
just
little
make it a
bit.
half K instead.
Yeah.
Man, that would so completely destroy those poor people.
Yeah.
It is really amazing how the human body works when you take 100-meter sprinters, for example, and you ask them to sprint for 160 meters, and they essentially fall down dead at the 140-meter mark.
Ooh. Okay.
Training for very specific distances leads to athletes that are absolutely brilliant at that distance, and then they just can't once they go past it.
They segue everywhere else.
They do what I do when I'm out on my bike, because that bike is so wonderfully light and well built that if you are on a flat surface, if you lean over the bars, you will accelerate. So you don't even have to pedal on the damn thing.
You see at the Olympic Village, in addition to all the sex going on, everybody's riding a Segway.
It's hard to walk after all
They
that
don't
bum
wanna-
sex.
No, they don't want to waste energy. Unless it's for sex.
It's true.
Yeah.
Man, what a interesting thing to do, really. I mean, really, they should stop
To have
supplying.
sex.
No. But the idea of just putting the most capable athletes of the world together and then just dumping condoms on them and saying, have fun. What we should be doing is, of
Not
course,
giving condoms?
not give them any
Yeah.
condoms, because then the next generation of athletes will be absolutely absurd.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the potential here to mix the genetics of every ethnicity, of every nation, of the top
And they're not doing anything
performers.
after the Olympics. They're spent.
Yeah, I mean, I know, right? I mean, shit. They go home and they say, oh shit, I'm pregnant. Well, alright. I mean, I was at the Olympics. It's going to be 4 years until the next one. I have time to have a kid.
They can't go to the next one because they're considered professional then, aren't they?
No, you're allowed to appear in more than one Olympics. That's fine.
I guess it's only if you get endorsements and stuff.
Yeah.
That you can say, okay.
As long as you're an amateur, you can keep competing.
Stay
Wait,
off
so,
that Wheaties box.
Yeah, but Michael Phelps can't do the Olympics because he got a Wheaties sponsorship? Or what?
What makes
Uh,
it professional?
no, he's not he's not technically not a professional.
It's because he's so amateurish.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, as long as you stay an amateur and you're not actively working as an athlete, that is your main source of income, you're fine.
Okay.
You can keep doing as many fucking Olympics as you want. I mean, it's like that Cuban boxer guy who got into his first at 18 and then he just kept going.
I misclicked extremely hard.
Represented Cuba 6 times or whatever it was, and that worked out really well for him.
Yeah, but that's Cuba. They play by different rules.
They play by Cuban rules,
Yes.
Rula Cubana.
which are like ours but impossible to import. Actually, we can't import, but that was my joke.
I mean,
That
we
was my
can't
joke. How
import
did you
stuff.
like it?
Like
That
tourists,
joke is
Petition.
joke is no
Tourists-
longer valid.
Jokes.
it
I
is
know.
valid though. Like we can't import stuff. Like tourists can bring up more stuff back. That's basically the extent of our
Just
increased
incorporate
trade
and
with
you
Cuba.
just incorporate and you can do it. It's fine.
Oh.
I'm thinking I should go to Cuba though,
Yeah.
and pretend I have secrets to sell. So I get a
Chicago
free house or something.
secrets. Let me tell you about these Chicago secrets.
Did you know that
Chicago
is
is
shit?
It's true, but it's also common knowledge.
It's not that shit.
No, I mean, as American urban centers go, I mean, I guess it's not that bad.
No, not really.
It's still pretty bad, but it's not that bad.
Hyper segregation. They invented the term for us.
We are so segregated. I think the Scandinavian model of segregation is better. Just have such a low just population per square kilometer that technically no one is ever close to anyone else. So we just bunch up for warmth because we're lonely.
Where do I look for jobs in Sweden? What's the job site for Sweden?
We have several, I was about to say,
You don't say.
believe it or not. But the official one is Arbetsförmedlingen.
The official one?
Yeah.
You have an official government job site?
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
I had 2 red
That's
dragons,
how it
2
works
green
in
dragons.
socialist hellscapes.
Damn it.
We have a
What's it called
state.
again?
We have a state organization that makes sure that people that are unemployed continuously look for jobs, and they try to make sure that people get jobs. Because people having a job is good for the economy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you claim.
Because you see, we have 110 million people on welfare, and we're doing great. Now, excuse me while I dig these bullets out of my front door.
What's it called again?
Arbetsförmedlingen.
Arbeit. Oh yeah, like at Auschwitz.
Yes. You jest, but actually there was a ad campaign running that was hosted by Svensk Näringsliv, which is essentially just the right-leaning organization that cares for corporations in Sweden, and they are hilarious in many ways. But they had an ad campaign where they were just happy people doing work things, and it says "Arbete ger frihet," which translated to German is just straight up "Arbeit macht frei." And apparently, at first they didn't realize what they had done wrong when people started pointing it out on Twitter. And then when they finally did realize, they were like, well, it's still correct. It's not wrong.
I mean, yeah, though. Like, at some point, if that had never been a thing, work will make you free would be an entirely fine thing to use in an ad campaign.
Yeah.
But it's not, because that is a thing.
Basically, they have a running thing of being completely unaware of history and society in general, because their entire organization consists of people who make at least $50,000 a year. So.
Oh, hey, I win.
Yeah, you did. Sorry for talking over your win. See, that's how you do it when you're playing 3-man. You sneak in there right at the end. You only need to win one in order to come first. Good times.
That was a good game.
Yeah. And interestingly, it doesn't actually ruin my stats on the front page because the standard display is for 4-player.
All right. What's CNC in Swedish?
CNC.
Carbon copy.
CNC operator.
It's dynamite.
Nom.
CNC operatör. I'm sure there are quite a few of those.
Plåtbearbetning.
Blood in
CNC
your bed,
operator.
Ning?
Trey.
Uh,
It seems to be the name of the company. TRA.
3. That means 3, and that actually that's interesting because they are a mobile operator.
I mean, they need people to make.
Yeah, I mean I'm sure they have some sort of production facility for electronics and stuff as well. I'm sure. I mean they most certainly have need of CNC operators.
It
Just
could
never-
also just
never
be
thought
like
about it.
in-house maintenance for
Yeah.
like forklifts or something.
Yeah.
Because that's also something that big companies need.
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
to make like replacement parts for their various vehicles and stuff.
yeah, I mean, I never thought about it, but once you start thinking about it, you realize that a company that does what they do and is as big as they do, I'm sure they employ several CNC operators.
CNC. Svarver till Norge Sockes.
Svarvare. My father worked as that.
As a Svarvar.
As a svarvar. Svarvare.
Well, I'm not ready to go to Norge.
Yeah, fuck Norway. Actually, if you're
Why the fuck
going...
are you telling me about? This is the fucking Swedish public job search place.
Yeah, and you know where a lot of people in Sweden go to work?
Oh,
Norway. Because Norwegians don't work. They don't do nothing. They just sit around. So they have lots of jobs that need doing, and they pay super good. I mean, the amount of money you get to take back home with you, even after taxes, if you're working in Norway, is essentially almost twice for the same amount of work. So why wouldn't you work in Norway? Since Norway is so rich, there is essentially a complete lack of young people who are willing to do the usual embarrassing jobs like peeling bananas and working at McDonald's and stuff like
wait,
that.
why would you peel bananas?
Because the Norwegians want their bananas peeled, goddammit. They can't be fucking bothered to peel their own bananas.
Is that just like a Swedish expression for kind
No,
of a
it is
dumb
true.
job? Oh,
We
okay.
exported several hundred youths every year, and they worked as banana peelers in Norwegian factories. They literally sit around the
guess if you were
table and
making,
peel
like,
bananas.
If you're
Yeah,
making
like
fried
frozen
bananas,
chocolate, or
that would
frozen
be good.
chocolate covered bananas, or like
Yeah.
banana chips. You certainly need banana
Yeah,
peelers.
yeah, you
Yeah,
need a
you
banana
see.
peeler.
But that just seems like a weird job to have.
Yeah, I mean, it is sort of strange, but I mean,
wish I was a banana
you get paid like $20 an hour.
It's one of those jobs where I would take it if you were allowed to listen to music while you were doing
Yeah,
it.
and you're
But
just
otherwise,
you're just
yeah.
sitting in a room. You can listen to music on your iPod or whatever, and you just do what the fuck ever. As long as you're peeling enough bananas to meet quota, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
You can't listen to music fucking anywhere here, though.
And I mean,
Well, when I worked in a filing. Why do I keep trying to call it a filing room? What are those called?
mailroom.
No, there's no mail though.
Female room?
It's just
Like
files,
the Hall of Records.
something like that.
A library?
No, well, no, it's
Now
not.
you're
it's-
just being
No,
absurd.
I mean it's section of a job, not a full job. When I worked in there, I could listen to whatever I wanted.
Damn.
Because also I had the entire floor to myself.
Oh shit.
So if I really wanted to, I could just take a nap and hear people coming.
It was like that when I was a janitor, and then I didn't really have to do anything, and nobody would really notice if I didn't.
The janitor lifestyle. But yeah, I mean, Norway is a silly place. They are trying to catch up with the tax laws now, and many Norwegian people got sort of bummed over the sheer number of Swedes that were invading their country and stealing the gerbs. And then when we left, no one actually took those jobs, and it turns out that they were just angry that other people were in their country, as Scandinavians
Yeah.
are wont to be.
Why would they care about other Swedes, though?
Well,
I say other Swedes as if Norwegians are just Swedes.
well, they were for a long time. And I think that's part of where that rivalry we have going on comes from, because Sweden was always the big brother and Norway was the little brother. And then we basically said, oh, dear little Norway, we can't be bothered to keep track of you anymore, so we're just going to give you independence. Off you go. And then they came back and said, "Oh, please, Mrs. Sweden, could we perhaps borrow some money so that we can exploit all this oil and gas that we're finding? We'll give you 50%." And we went, "Ha ha ha, silly Norway, handle that yourself." Norway said, "Oh, fucking asshole." And then they went back and became
Why would you
one of
give
the
up
richest
oil?
nations in the world.
Yeah. What?
So what should I say if I want to get asylum?
Well, I was about to say, there are a lot of interesting things you can say. If you can prove that you are being pursued due to your sexuality, for example. There is also religious asylum. Or if you feel that you are being pursued by your government.
Would you like to make up a religion?
I am already the head of otterism.
You know otters are a thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
He is the creator of otterism.
do they have an organized religion? I don't think so.
Hi.
But I
No,
created it.
I mean in like the community. Or did somebody make that up and I just saw it on TV once?
And make up what, the otter community?
Yeah. Like bears?
Otters aren't a lot like bears.
You,
I'm trying to understand what is being communicated
you know,
here.
the gay community.
But it's...
The gay otter community? Oh, otters are like bears, or
But small.
it's one of those things.
Yeah, your otter mode. Yeah, alright.
Without
now,
any
yeah.
hair.
Now I
And they like to
understand what
swim
you're
and
actually
break open
talking about,
oysters over their
because
chests.
for a moment there I had no fucking clue what you were on about. It's like, I'm like, what? Do they actually have an otter religion already over there? Wow. And it's like, yeah, you know, the otters. It's like, oh, you mean the minority subgroup among homosexuals? Okay.
Yeah. So when you say otterism, it just makes me think of that.
I'm sure it does, Razor.
Yeah.
No, otterism is a religion based entirely on enjoying life, playing around, and we gather in pools for a religious service.
What is this svarvar, by the way? Supervisor?
No, it essentially means metal worker.
Oh, okay. Svar... Is that related to blacksmith? No.
No,
Okay.
it's industrial metalwork with power tools and the like. And proper machines.
And it's just a word created from whole cloth. It's not like a compound word or anything. Svarvar.
No, it's its own word. Basically, a milling machine is called a svarv in Swedish. So if
Okay.
you worked at a milling machine, you were a svarvare.
Svar.
And then that became a bit of a catch-all term for people who do any sort of manipulative metalwork.
So it's kind of like saying a millman.
Yeah. Work on up at the mill. Yeah, that was one of my dad's first proper jobs. When he was 14 years old, he went to the factory. He learned how to mill. And that was basically where his fascination with the craftsman was born, because there were dudes in there that were just so fucking good at their jobs that they could tell differences of hundreds and even thousands of millimeters on the items that had been worked on. They would just pick it up, move it around in their hands a bit, and say, "No, it's wrong." People would get in and say, "No, it's not wrong at all. I checked it." Brr, 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 brr. Then they would get the calipers out and, yep, 1/100th of a millimeter wrong, bro. Please remake.
100. How long ago did you start using the use the metric system? Like how did you
Since
use
from the
inches before that,
start, almost. We
Oh.
were very early adopters. Since our system at the time was a complete and utter mess. Straight up. So
it was a separate system than just imperial inches and
yeah, we did not use imperial at all. We had we had inches, but they were not the same as your inches. They were completely unrelated.
Because as somebody who deals with thousandths of an inch and stuff,
Yeah.
hundredths of a millimeter, I'm a little bit skeptical of. But certainly to within a millimeter or even tenths of a millimeter, I can believe.
You black
So
screen of
I'm
death.
fucking.
Yeah, it
I'm
seems
putting up
that
gauntlet for your father.
OBS
A
forgot to
fucking liar.
update the window, but now, hopefully, at least, poor Chief can actually see what we're doing. Mahjong! And oh, by the way, if you want to play Chief, do let us know, because we're looking for a fourth player to destroy.
What's this? Oh. Maybe I should have kept those.
Oh, you kept them. They're just in there,
there.
over there. Ignore that.
Ignore me.
I had a messy one.
Things have gotten messy.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's from my actual area code. I never get a call from my area code. It's weird.
There's only 2 buildings in that area code. Ravsur and his neighbors.
What do I do here?
And his neighbors aren't very pleasant.
Boom.
Damn, look at that. Look at that.
Damn it. Can I...
Yeah, look at that.
I hate to do this, but can I forfeit the game?
Is there any particular reason why would you like to do that?
Yes, I'm needed elsewhere for just a moment.
Alright, shit, I think that one of the buttons down there is a forfeit button you can access. Or you can just close the window, essentially, and then it will say, oh hey, a player has left, ban him forever.
And we can't play with 2,
I don't
so
wanna do
it's...
that.
Well.
You know what, it's fine, I can say.
Yeah. Oh, alright. You were just imagining things.
It's not that urgent. It can wait until the end of this game.
Alright.
Her water just broke, but she says it's fine.
Mm.
She's used to it.
I met a test tube baby the other day.
How did it turn out, I was about to say.
It's one of Nithame's roommates.
I mean, it takes so long.
She seemed pretty normal.
Anyway.
I don't trust them. Those half clones. Technically, everyone is a half clone.
Man, it's difficult to be a sperm donor nowadays, by the way. Like, they just require you to have a degree. As if that means a fucking thing.
You need to prove that you're smart. And all I can think is, if you think having a degree is the mark of a person's intelligence, maybe you're not smart enough to receive my sperm.
It's not that the people who run the sperm banks think that a degree is a mark of a person's intelligence. It's that the people, patronizing the sperm bank think that it is, and
the ones
sperm.
shopping for sperm.
Yeah.
Is he a clever man? I hope he is a clever man.
So one of the wins is getting a double Dora now.
I have no idea what these check boxes are over here.
What are these check marks?
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
that's what it meant.
Well, no, I was like, what do I have to hit a thing for it? And then I got a tile and I won.
No.
Oh.
Okay, then
You'll just
I'll
leave.
quit here. Whoever has the most points.
Okay.
Ravsur wins.
Yay.
Great for everybody.
First time I've ever won.
Fatality.
I'll be right back in just a couple minutes.
Okay. Let's...
Oh no, his text turned red to show that he is dead.
Wait, what? No, I don't want to go back.
Which means that the AI will take over.
Damn it, no. I don't want to do that right now. Or do we? Or we want to keep going? Okay.
Yeah, well, let's keep going.
Okay.
The AI will take over for poor Buddy Gripple and win.
I didn't know there was AI, so I was...
Yeah, there's essentially a super simple Tsumogiri AI, which will essentially just slap things on the table to keep the game moving.
Okay.
I think it uses a very basic variant of the practice AI that's available in the Windows client.
Okay.
And hey, it's faster than Buddy Gripple. And Chief, I will say this, if you have any interest in just trying this out, don't worry about not knowing the first thing about it.
Yeah, I
because,
didn't know crap when we started.
But yeah, because that has basically been the experience of everyone I have been playing with on this fucking stream. People have often been interested in it, they have just never gotten around to learning it at all. They just look at it and go, oh, that's neat. And then they walk away, and then I grab them by the shoulder and say, you're not going anywhere, asshole. I'm gonna play Mahjong, because I want more people to play Mahjong with. I'm lonely. Do you understand how alone I have been? Can you see the tears in my eyes? 'Cause I'm dancing with tears in my eyes, thinking of the memories of Mahjong past. Oh wait. Dancing with tears in your eyes seems like a good recipe for getting
Hey,
hurt.
welcome back.
What's a good recipe?
Dancing with tears in your eyes is a good recipe for getting hurt.
Yeah, I guess.
And you look very awkward doing it.
Ah, blue, 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 blue. Hey. Perhaps it was set up there.
I was set up. I had a shitload of honors.
Oh, are you back, buddy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No.
He
I
likes
thought-
to think that he is.
I thought we
He's a
still
very
had
smart
AI
ass
going.
insect.
Hey, depending on how good the AI is,
Yeah.
might just leave it. I'm winning.
What's this?
We just play into everybody's hand here.
What's this?
I just realized the origin of that phrase. Alright. Good.
What, to play into somebody's hand?
Yeah.
That's pretty bad, man.
You played it right into my hand.
And I went, oh. But it's probably not. It's probably
It's not
like,
from Mahjong.
not from Mahjong. It's for like a card game.
I would guess poker.
Matt, can you play into somebody's hand in poker?
I mean, yeah, just in that you can make moves which are most advantageous to your opponent, and that they meant you to make.
Oh, I'm gonna hit this button. There we go.
I'm gonna hit this button. This button right here. Man, I am terrible at 3-man. I'm so completely unused to playing it that my brain doesn't work.
I'm playing it exactly the same. So
With great success. Guitar.
Potatoes in Swedish?
Potatis.
Okay.
And if it's plural, it's potatisar. Because we're silly like that.
Potatisar. Sure. It should be potatar.
Yep, and that's what it is in southern Sweden. They say potater,
potato.
which unsurprisingly is closer to the German way of saying it.
Dude.
Allow me to slur your mother tongue. Potato.
Potater.
Oh,
Well, you don't sound
Don't
much
worry,
worse
I've
than
been
the
doing
people
that all
down
night.
there.
yeah.
I mean, shit, if anyone's slurring your mother tongue here, it's me.
Yeah. Ugh.
Only when it comes to J's.
I like to yak off.
Yes, this happened.
Well, the odds of it happening are a lot bigger in 3-man, that's for sure.
Especially when I accidentally discarded that first one.
It's mine.
could have had I could have had 3 of those.
You could have had it all. But now you have nothing. Well, actually, I don't know what you have, but I like to believe that you have nothing.
Potato. Your word for strawberry is hilarious, by the way.
Jordgubbe, yeah.
I feel like I'm trolling you guys now.
Nope, I'm not trolled.
Nope.
Not even mad, he said, crossed his arm and leaned back.
What does Jordgubben come from?
I honestly do not know. It's one of those words where there are at least 2 or 3 different etymological explanations, and none of them really make sense. So you figure that probably someone's just trying to cover their ass.
We're trying to sound
What do you
smart.
figure?
I think that we simply borrowed the German Erdbeer, and then we took bear and we realized that we can't say earthberry because it sounds a bit weird, and it technically isn't a berry either. So we got all in a fuss, and then someone just what the fuck, Jordgubbe. Then everyone laughed and said, yeah, let's put that in the book. That's what I like to believe, at least. No matter the case, though, it still sounds silly.
I just picked up a mass of cauliflower and took a bite into it. Like, not with a fork or anything.
Just
Just eating it like an apple.
What's the size of a goddamn apple? I just took a bite of it. Let the juices drip down my jaw. I felt alive for the first time. So long.
Not a lot of juices in this cauliflower.
Oh, that's a shame.
There's plenty of juice in this
Okay.
nut shit.
Yeah, there you go.
God damn it.
Nut
Or as I
shit
like to call it,
I'm
Nut shot.
screening my hand. Because watch.
I can teach you
Sarah plus.
See, here in Sweden, the most common form of minced meat is mixed mince, so that it's half from cow and half from pig. And that led to a very common joke where they say, why is a man like minced meat?
How?
Hälften gris, hälften nöt. Half pig, half nut. And not when we say nöt in Swedish, it means that you're an idiot, basically. So men are like minced meat because they're sexist and stupid. There you go. This is an insult to minced meat everywhere, and I do not personally agree with it. But it's a good joke.
Oh. What else? Oh yeah, you have a really weird word for turtle.
Sköldpadda, yeah.
Sköldpadda.
Shield toad. It's a toad with a shield on its back.
I like it.
It makes sense. And then someone took an actual look and went, that doesn't look like a toad at all, you stupid
I can
piece
see
of
it.
shit." Yeah, I mean, I understand exactly where they were coming from. It's just, once again, Swedish zoologists were slightly mistaken. I mean, it's like the Japanese and the giraffe all over again. They just look at an animal, say, hey, that looks slightly like something that we already have a word for. Let's just slap it on there.
Yeah. It's easier to spell than giraffe.
Yeah. And then, of course, we actually saw tortoises, and we went, oh shit, this one is different. How do we classify this? Landsköldpadda. Boom. There it is.
What is it?
Land shield toad. Because it walks on land, see? Basically, any animal that is usually found in water that is then found on land, we just add land to the front. Like it was some sort of military classification. Which of course led to the wonderful word landkrabba. Land crab. Which is a derogative term that sailors use for people that aren't sailors.
That checks out.
Just calling someone a land crab. It's like, yeah, you know where crabs you often hang out? On land. There are quite a few crabs there.
Krabben.
Krabba. Which is essentially just
Ett
crab
krabba?
with an E. Krabba is crab, yeah.
Et or N. Et eller N.
Ah, sorry, N. N krabba.
N krabben. Would have thought it'd be et. But fuck it.
Yeah.
I've
Being
noticed
simple link. I
noticed
apologize
that,
if there's sound.
Every time that I'm doing well in 3-man, it always ends in a draw. Gosh darn it. I do like that they write it out like that, since Kita can both be read as north and it's here, or it has appeared. So it pops up, there it is, every time, but it also means north. I
The north
appreciate
wind
this.
has appeared.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a game that has a phrase "has appeared." I can't think of it.
Dragon Quest.
No.
Earthbound.
Like a competitive game.
I'm just taking a
Dynasty Warriors, I was about to say.
World of Warcraft.
Maybe it might
When
be.
I type in has appeared into the general chat box.
Yeah, I think it actually is Dynasty Warriors. I've never
Yeah.
played it, but I know that somehow.
And there are also a variety of shmups, where it says a giant enemy has appeared and so on.
Oh yeah.
And then they actually use that term, kita. In the original Japanese versions. Version japonaise.
So does breakfast have anything to do with fruit?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's good for breakfast.
Frukost is one of those weird words
A
in
false
Swedish.
friend, a false cognate.
Well, interestingly, fru means wife and kost essentially means diet. So it would imply that it is the food that the wife prepares for her husband as he wakes.
Frukost.
Yep, frukost.
Okay. I keep thinking it's fructose, as in fruit sugar.
Yeah, fructose. Isn't that what you have for breakfast? Yeah. Man, traditional Swedish breakfasts.
Now I can't.
There's one thing I like about globalism, it's that the Swedish kitchen changed to something that made fucking sense.
Frukost, lunch, and middag.
Middag. Yep.
Middag. Middag.
Middag. Just drop the
Middag.
G entirely. Middag.
Okay.
And interestingly, middag means midday, unsurprisingly, because it says the exact same word. So technically, back in the day, dinner was not middag. It was aftonmål,
I did pretty good.
which literally means evening meal. But then at some point we decided that is way too stilted. It sounds terribly upper class, so we're just going to shift this down. So what was previously lunch is now going to be dinner, and then we're just going to take the English word for lunch and just put it into our language. There we go. Sorted. I have no idea what we were doing back then.
Is it an N noun? Lunch?
Yep. And lunch, and middag, and frukost.
I noticed that words with N in them often are an N
Yeah.
noun. Because it sounds better.
I think that the only time we don't do that is when it ends with an end, and it almost always ett sken,
barn.
ett ben, ett barn, and so on. Since it ends on a fairly hard consonant.
Ett barn dog.
You don't need to use är there, as dog is a verb in past tense. Ett
So
barn
it's like
dog.
died?
Yeah, just straight up
Okay.
died. Ett barn dog.
Ett barn dog.
Du dog, son. That fucking game. Better for Game of the Year all years.
There's 2 buttons here. I'm gonna hit this one. Okay.
And
job.
then the other one's just sumo and you threw it away.
Probably. That is probably what happened.
If
I kinda
it
doubt
turns out that you had a heavenly hand and you tossed it out by grabbing that north wind instead, I'm going to be very frustrated. Oh
Well,
dear.
the one for the north wind was on the right, and there was one on
Yeah.
the left. I don't know what that was, because I can't read them at all.
I have no idea
That's
what
not
this
my
button
fault.
says.
Actually, it is my fault, technically, but I've tried
Your
to learn
own
Japanese.
inability.
It's not easy.
No, I mean, the thing is, especially since this mixes katakana and hiragana, you better damn well be keeping up with your practice, because if you forget any of these, you're doomed.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this.
Eat.
I'm not
Oh.
okay with that.
What the? What the fuck?
What are you
I
looking
think
for
we're having an
here?
earthquake.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Do whatever you need to do, man.
I think it stopped. Okay.
Okay.
I just noticed
Sure.
the lights starting to flash, and then I felt my leg vibrate a little bit. I'm like, is this an earthquake?
It's the San Andreas fault.
Yeah.
It's all over. GG.
Yeah.
I mean, I hear those happen.
Earthquakes tend to occur in California from time to time. This is true.
Yeah. We're right on the fault. Yeah.
I keep hearing that we're basically due for a crazy earthquake because of the Mississippi River, but
The United
really.
States is really due for like horrible amounts of natural disasters at this point.
yeah. When we'll get
It's
it
like
when
you have a
when we're fully fucked
backlog
up.
of near extinction events going on
We're saving up our divine punishment.
until the day that a Muslim actually becomes president, and bang, all of it at once.
Home.
Obama was okay. He was only a secret Muslim.
We're generally more worried about tornadoes here.
Yeah.
Well, if I lived in an area that could experience tornadoes, I would too. Sweden is sadly basically the most horrific, boring place in the world when it comes to these sort of things, because we are situated straight on one of the most stable tectonic plates in the world, and it's just rock and mountain all the way down. We have no extreme weather since we're towards an internal sea rather than, say, the Atlantic, and it's just super calm and everything's nice all the time. The worst
It
we
is-
get is some heavy winds and storms, and it's like, oh no, some trees fell over. I guess this is the end of the world. Meanwhile, in Mexico, people's houses are literally flying away.
It is really strange being in the midst of Tornado Alley, because there have just been times in my life where I have come to terms with my impending death as the weather outside has just got worse and worse.
Home.
Perhaps I'm a better person for it, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you've experienced helplessness in that manner at least once in your life, you sort of realize a few important things.
Yeah.
And then you realize, you know what, let's not sweat the small stuff. Because when you least expecting it, a giant hurricane is going to lift your house up and dump it into an open volcano. Just to spite you. That was a great story, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
And
You
down.
okay? I'm sorry.
Oh, did you step on your dog's tail?
Eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeps
Don't sweat it.
happening. Don't sweat the small stuff. You just beat your dog.
No, I rolled over him
Yeah.
with my chair.
Home.
I'm gonna let this auto go for a minute. Forever. The rest of this hand.
Check on your dog.
Oh no, he's fine, aren't ya?
Yeah.
Except for being sick.
We'll hate you for the rest of the day.
Declare the shared a part of the axis of evil.
That's probably up there with coming to terms with your impending death. Stepping on your pet's tail.
Honestly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm one of those sort of people that if I had a pet and I, like, forgot even a single feeding, or if, say, accidentally stepped on its tail, I would just fall to my knees and prostrate myself in apology. I would feel so
Eat.
bad, because that's just the sort of person I am. Kita.
Oh shit, what am I looking for? Oh,
Go.
that.
Oh, damn it, and that was what I needed. Oh, well.
Oh well.
I
Have you
am...
ever stepped on a tortoise's head?
No?
It
There are
has
no
not
tortoises
occurred yet,
around here.
no.
Yeah, they hiss like mad when they do that.
They get crazy angry. They ain't got no sense of humor.
Home.
It was right at outside my front door. I didn't know it was there.
Turtle,
There was
what
a
are you
tortoise
doing here?
right outside your front door. Did somebody
Yeah.
leave it as a gift?
No, we have two of them.
They just walk around in his nice little front garden thing.
I want one of your tortoises.
Where they're all with all the cacti and the ornaments that
Yep.
Raptor's dad likes.
See, I got a turtle, and because I was a kid, I really wanted to name it after one of the Ninja Turtles, but it was a female, so I had to name it after the one female Ninja Turtle,
Oh,
which was Venus.
Venus
It's a pretty
de
good
Milo.
name.
That's not even an artist's name, Splinter. What the fuck?
there were only 4 masters. What do you want?
It was a great pet though, because if you need entertainment, you would just drop a minnow into the tank, would rip that fucking thing apart. Like, it was great every single time.
Just murder.
That turtle, yeah, that turtle knew what it was doing. It would just go up, rip it in half.
Fuck you. Turtles are terrifying.
Yeah.
Well, really, any animal that actually eats the flesh of other animals is terrifying in general, but
Yeah.
some of them are just better at it than others.
Mm-hmm.
Home.
Oh snap.
Oh,
Pound, pound, pound.
that's not allowed.
Pound, 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 pound. Now I'm stuck though.
Hung.
Oh, crap baskets. That was not a good Discord.
Mm.
Yeah.
God, what am I gonna do with this hand? Nothing, probably.
So wait, hold on now. There were 2 green dragons on the table. I discarded a green dragon and the game paused. Does that mean that someone could actually have one of that one? Or is it just...
Maybe.
Is the game just mocking us?
It's a mystery.
Well, I don't have any green dragons, so it must be Ravsar.
Yes, it's definitely me.
Hung.
It's probably Ravsar.
I am responsible for all of your suffering up to this point. Your hatred sustains me.
Well, I can't win, but I can stop somebody from winning.
I can win.
You didn't win. You just happened to come in.
Because I'm seeing
first
the writing on
place.
the wall right now, I think.
Oh dear.
It says buy IT stocks. Oh, it's just not a ghost ad.
Ah, hell. Oh. Nah, never mind. I misread the thing.
And immediately after you put down that Southwind, I drew a Southwind.
Yeah. It's good I got rid of
Well,
it.
shit.
I almost had
I
Toy
also
Toy.
had another when. Anyway.
Poi Poi. Toy Toy. Hoi Hoi.
Hoi.
Snoo
Slang
snoo.
for bike in Swedish.
What?
Hoi.
Hoi.
H-O-J.
Kind of looked away for a second.
Joj.
And
Hoi.
it
Eat.
can be a reference to...
Did you just fucking
Oh.
Riichi?
yeah. I
The
saw
fuck
my
do you think
hand...
you are?
Arthur Wolf, sir? I host the stream. But yeah, I saw my hand and went, okay, I could quickly get this into this hand if... Oh, and then I drew exactly the tiles I needed. And that was just that. Now the question just is, have I made a horrific mistake in
Yes, you
which
have.
tile I decided to wait on or not? Who knows?
Yes. I'm betting
You can
yes.
always hope. Luckily, since this is a 3-man, the odds of me drawing my winning tile myself is rather decent. Since it's basically
Home.
1 in 3 that I will be
Fuck.
the one to draw it. Which is better than 1 in 4. But any change in the turn order or call of a discard will change that, so I basically have to hope for the best. There it is.
Home.
Pwn? You think you can pwn everything?
No, Rapsor, no. Don't steal it from me.
Home.
Hey!
Sumo.
You motherfucker.
There we go.
How dare you?
7 pairs.
I was stolen right underneath my nose. My large nose.
I'm just glad I finally managed to eke out the win in 3-man. I'm so bad at this mode.
Uniflex Feria. Abe.
Oh, damn.
Skövde.
Ah, Skövde. Skövde is one of those places where you wonder, why does this place exist?
Yeah. Skövde.
Yeah,
Where's that?
It's just this former industrial town that people decided to keep living in after the industry started dying down.
Oh.
It's one of those real just
There's
fucking-
evidence here that there's still industry going on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they are still an industrial town, but nowhere near at the point where they were when the city was in its growing period in the late 1800s.
The operator Sockis for nut job.
Circus for
helvete.
nut job.
Sockis
Circus for idiots.
for nut
Yes.
job.
Circus is
På
being searched for.
He's
heltid.
being searched for idiots.
Is nut job night job
Very good, yeah.
on heltid?
Whole
Guilty.
time, yep. That's,
Full time?
yeah, full-time
Yep, all right.
employment.
Full time night job.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Well, you better get ready because it's coming at you.
Arbeitsgiver?
How many more are we
Job
gonna do?
giver? Employer?
Yeah, literally. Job giver. That's our word for employer.
Student consulting.
Ah, so you're looking at one of those, yeah. There are a lot of those companies in Sweden that just essentially help get jobs to people who are actually technically doing something else, such as studying, which is something that I've heard of in passing,
Home.
and have not at all done it non-stop for 22 years. No, what are you talking about? Fuck studying. I am so fucking tired of it.
Home.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this whole fucking
See,
system,
studying,
man.
studying isn't something you do. It's just what you say you're doing on the piece of paper that gets you money.
Very true. I mean, joking aside,
Press operator? Phrase operator.
Fräs. Yeah.
Phrase.
Freight?
F-R-A-S. Nothing?
F-R-Ä.
Eats.
A-S, yeah.
The one, the little blips on top, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's also metalworking. It's shit. How to even explain that word? What does it translate to in English? I never thought about that.
Fresh.
Fresh.
Fresh operator.
He's a fresh operator. No, but it's not milling, but the other one, basically.
Lathe work?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
It's lathe.
Lathe operator.
Yeah.
That's pretty simple.
Yeah, it's just that the word wasn't coming to me.
Yeah.
I'm hungry and I didn't sleep long and I've been
Yeah.
up all day. I'm sorry.
Me either. Ugh.
And my brain is in the game, bro.
It's a lathe operator.
I don't even think I'm gonna get coffee today. I think I'm just gonna go to bed.
It's unheard of.
Well, if you're planning on going to bed,
Yeah,
in any
they're kind of
reasonable
mutually
time,
exclusive,
just
I would say.
don't do
I
the
can
coffee.
sleep under caffeine, but
Eats.
Oh, we got fours? No? Okay, then we'll go for the straight.
Damn. He went for the straight.
Kang.
Operator Tuscania?
Yeah.
what is happening?
The
Nay.
guys who build all those trucks that you're driving Euro trucks in later.
Are they in Scania? Oh, there we go.
Oh, you won.
That's why there was a bit of a pause.
Yeah. Like, why is there nothing happening? Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
And Vexio?
Växjö. Yeah,
Växjö.
that is one of those places
So you're
where
going to tell me
the
XJ is also Qua?
yeah, because that is
Right.
one of those places where the name is just completely nonsensical. Because no matter how you look at it, there's no real proper way to pronounce it. So people
What is this,
just
English?
just essentially drop half the word. I mean, it's just Växjö. Växjö. What is the X doing in there?
Ugh.
It's basically just because it's not allowed in Swedish to have CHJ, so we just went, what the fuck, put an X in there instead. It's basically the same sound, right? No, not really.
See how.
And Växjö is
this
also
hand
one of those
is.
places that, at this point, it's interesting that it still exists.
Detroit Light?
Well, more like Detroit Nice.
Okay. At this point, Detroit isn't even, like, actively hostile. It's just empty.
Yeah,
It's kind of interesting.
it's not that bad now that 60% of the population has fled.
And if you want heroin, it's easy to get.
Just putting it out there. All you
That
heroinists.
cheese.
They got heroin and cheese, my two favorite things.
Heroin is cheese.
I'm not big on.
There's a little street smarts to relay to you.
Kang.
Oh, hey, look at that. A fun part of getting my security guard license was when we discussed drugs. Because.
Bruggen.
Droger.
No, it's not.
Oh, pretty much, it's droger. Just an R instead of an N at the end. You were spot on.
Kang.
But as usual, you get this informational little manual, and then they try to give you all the slang words for the different drugs, and you look at it and you go, no one uses these. Like, stop kidding. You're making idiots of yourselves, and you know it.
Well, let's hear
Eats.
some.
Oh, jeez. Let's see here. What the hell was it that they called ecstasy? They had some really bizarre fucking word for it. Molle. Which
Molly.
Meal?
It's Molly.
Oh yeah, Molly. Sure, I guess.
Or is Molly marijuana? I don't remember.
No, Molly is M.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, there is not a single human being in Sweden who has ever called it that unless they were specifically quoting an American movie.
Boom.
I mean, it's like, no. I mean, the only entity in Sweden that has that name is a fucking horse that has a comic book that was popular in the early 90s.
How about Ganya?
Nope. Basically, all the sensible words for it, forget it.
Hey, you want to know something?
Do
Want to know
tell.
something interesting? I'm in Tenhou.
Are you? Okay.
Oh man,
Oh, darn it.
was I not? Or was just everybody else was as well?
I only had a 6 of bamboo left.
Yep, everyone was, so no
Okay.
point change hands. Man, that was a shame. I could really have done with this hand. 1 suit hidden and 2 doubles from the norths. That would have stung.
Okay. Homestad.
Hemstad. Home city. But if you put
There's a job in my hometown.
yeah. And if you spell it with 2 D's, Hemstad, then it suddenly means that you are feeling comfortable with living somewhere.
You know that is it the north wind, right? The little symbol down there.
Yeah.
It does make me think of like the Final Fantasy Ziv bows.
That's because those, though, wouldn't even work as weapons. They are
Okay.
silly.
Well, I mean they fold up into a thing.
Yeah, and let me say right away,
I know it,
folding bows is not a good idea.
No, because you have to have be able to bend them. Unless they're the different other kind of bow, then the string has to bend or something.
Well, the string certainly will bend. You can't get away from that.
Oh yeah.
Boom.
Was it not recurve?
Whoa,
You're
whoa, whoa.
thinking
There's a
of
city.
compounds.
Compound.
There's a city named Kinda or Kinda.
Kinda, yeah, it's entirely
Kinda,
possible.
yeah.
I mean, a very large suburb outside of Stockholm is called Trosa, which literally means panty.
Can I move there?
Sure. You
All
will
right.
have to accept
I'll
that
see
very
you.
few people there speak Swedish, though.
Is it a popular home for immigrants?
Yeah, it is essentially
Okay.
one of the early examples of ghettoization in Sweden. It was in the late 90s, early 2000s, this was at the point where police just didn't bother. Because every time they tried to drive into the area, they were bombarded with bottles and rocks, and if something actually happened and they showed up, then people would immediately start accusing them of not showing up in time and start throwing rocks and bottles at them again. So they said, you know what, fuck it. You deal with it.
How unprecedented.
Eat.
Yeesh.
Speaking of unprecedented, this guy right here.
I have an unprecedented
Definitely
hand. Not true at all.
This
Boom.
hand has literally never been made before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tell me if there's a
Boom.
pause. And I win. Finns i Fressar till Bollsta.
Bålsta. Man, I passed through Bålsta a couple of times.
City.
It's a place.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of
Hmm.
places in Sweden that you can't readily call them even towns. They're just
Oh, hey.
places. They're
Hey,
just,
Westeros.
yep, Västerås, that's where the word comes from.
Pang.
He just stole it straight off that piece of shit.
That's where the word comes from, as if he had.
Yeah,
Is
he
made in
stole our
official word.
word. He stole our word.
For Moily.
Boom.
There you go.
Here you go.
I always think somebody's cracking their knuckles when that happens. It's really weird. I guess
What is that all about, Arthur?
it's probably the last hand.
What is what about?
Thing I posted in Skype.
Alright.
Möjligheten.
Möjligheten, the possibility.
Oh,
Möjlig,
Okay.
possible. And then it's the definitive form.
Home.
The possibility. Möjligheten.
the possibility of getting a job.
Yeah. It's low. I'm not sure how they would react, honestly.
Sprida riktet.
If you spread a rumor, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I'm not sure how they would react if they actually got an application from someone in the United States. I mean, it would probably throw these poor bastards for a loop.
excellent.
They are probably not very used to that.
I'm gonna do it and see what goes down.
Then they'll say, "Oh yeah, sure. Feel free to come to the interview in 2 weeks."
I'm sure I mean, it's the new standard that employers have to pay for the travel for the interview now. So
Not in Sweden. Here it's actually Arbetsförmedlingen that pays for it if you're registered as a job seeker.
oh, let me just register for the national Swedish jobs.
Each.
Why not?
I'm not a citizen of the country of Sweden.
That's fine.
All right.
Nor are half the people that are currently job seekers.
Yeah, but they're actually there, so they have an excuse.
Yeah, well, you know. I think you can actually register an account as a foreign national as well. Show that you're interested in searching for work in Sweden.
I just need to think of an asylum excuse. I mean, an asylum reason.
Wrong.
I love that fucking pause before the word. It's like dramatic pause.
I know.
0.
Microaggressions.
All right.
Microaggressions by the state.
That
Yep.
should probably be all for me. I probably should do
no.
some other things.
All right.
Well, we got some good games in.
Yeah.
That's the
Really
important
good.
part. All right. Well, thanks for playing, and
No problem.
thanks for watching all those out there who might see this at some point, maybe. Who knows? It is a
Indeed.
mystery. And hope to see you around. Have a good one.
See ya.
Goodbye, everyone.